Hello, this is Rachel Reisner. I'm a certified professional pet sitter in Montreal, Canada. I'm here with Maia, one of my chinchilla boarders, who's trying to go behind the bookcase, but I just pushed it close to the wall, so she can't do that. Ha ha ha. Anyway, I'm really enjoying my time boarding chinchillas. Um, I've been giving Maya cage-free time in the bathroom because that way I can keep an eye on her, and she's contained. She can run around, and it's easy to sweep up all the poop. Um, so chinchillas, they make really great pets. They are affectionate. They're entertaining. They're very interesting, but I wouldn't recommend them for beginner pet owners, people who have never had pets before, because they do require quite specialized care. They're high maintenance, exotic animals, and they have very specific requirements. For example, it's very important that in the summer they need air conditioning. They cannot sweat like some other animals do, so they really cannot regulate their body temperatures like that. So they cannot get too hot, otherwise they very easily fall into heat stroke and can get very sick and die. So that's one big consideration for chinchillas, is that they really need to have a very cool environment. You can't get back in there. I know you want to, but you can't. It's like the best thing ever. Another thing is that they do need floor time, so you do have to be prepared for that, that they do need to be out of their cage for a certain amount of time every day so that they can be properly exercised. They do have a lot of energy. They need to be able to run and jump around. They do chew, although not as bad as rabbits, but that is a consideration to make sure that they're not destroying your property, chewing on wood and baseboards, wallpaper, and things like that. They're so cute. They can't get wet, so you do have to be very careful that they don't. They're curious, so you often hear stories of chinchillas jumping into the toilet or other things, and then you have to very carefully make sure that they're completely dry afterwards. Otherwise, it can really affect their coats. Their fur is just not meant to be wet. When they bathe, you have to fill like a fishbowl or a pan with special chinchilla dust so that they can roll around in it, which they love, and it helps to clean their fur and absorb things in their fur. Wow, he really wants to get behind the shelf, but you can't. I don't want you to get behind the shelf. I know you want to, but you can't. Chinchillas are herd animals. It's usually better to have more than one chinchilla. So if you can't get them both at the same time, then you have to do the you have to to do a bonding process. She's on my skirt. To make sure that the chinchillas are going to get along. They're you know what? I have to look this up, but I'm pretty sure they're diurnal. So they are awake during the day, but they're most active at night, kind of like hamsters. They have specialized diet. They should have unlimited hay. They can also eat special chinchilla pellets, and they're chewers. They're rodents, so it means that their teeth are always growing. So it's good to give them things like applewood sticks or other things that they can chew on. I think pumice and loofah sponges are commonly given to them as well. And they're awesome. They you cannot think of them as large hamsters because their lifespan is actually quite long for a small caged animal. Their lifespan is they can, in theory, in domestication, can live 15 to 20 years. So this is a consideration. Also, they need very large cages, which can be like a person-sized cage. So that's another consideration of space requirements, making sure that you have room for the cage. And they're very messy. They have, you often put beddings, things like wood shavings and things on the bottom of their cages to help absorb the urine. And they poop quite a lot, being herbivores, and they're jumping around in their cage. So oftentimes that poop gets flung within like a 1 foot radius of the cage. So that's definitely something to be considered, that there is constant sweeping that you have to do with chinchillas. And she's gonna go in the bathroom. Yes, she went to the bathroom again. Okay, so I'm gonna sign off here, but anyway, I'm really enjoying my time caring for chinchillas, and I can't wait for the next time that I can care. Okay, I'm gonna go rescue care for chinchillas. Once again, this is Rachel Rice here.